Before the roar of the Flat Six? Before turbochargers, Nürburgring lap times, and Le Mans victories, Porsche began with silence. That's right. The very first vehicle designed by Ferdinand Porsche wasn't powered by gasoline. It didn't burn fuel. It didn't even have gears. It was electric. And it was built in 1900. This is the forgotten story of the Lohner-Porsche, the world's first hybrid electric vehicle. Designed over 120 years ago by a man whose name would go on to define performance. The year is 899. The world is changing. Electricity is a luxury. Cars are still called horseless carriages. Most are powered by steam or primitive gasoline engines. They're noisy, smelly, unreliable, but in Vienna, a 24-year-old engineer named Ferdinand Porsche is working on something different. He joins Jacob Lohner & Co., a coach-building company interested in the new electric carriage craze. Porsche doesn't just build a better electric car, he reimagines how the car should move. The result? The Lohner-Porsche Semper Vivus, Latin for always alive. And it was unlike anything else on the road. Each front wheel had its own electric motor inside the hub. No transmission, no differential. Power came from a large battery under the passenger seat. Top speed, around 35 kilometers per hour. Range? About 50 kilometers, and guess what? It worked, smooth, quiet, instant torque, in 1900, but Porsche didn't stop there. He saw the limits of battery range and had another idea. What if a small gasoline engine could recharge the battery while driving? Yes, that's right, a gas-electric hybrid. In 1901, the upgraded Semper Vivus had two engines, not to power the wheels directly, but to spin a generator that charged the batteries. Sound familiar? That's because the basic idea is the same used by hybrids today, including the Chevy Volt, the BMW i3 Rex, and even systems in endurance racing. Ferdinand Porsche had figured it out over a century ago. The car made headlines, it won awards, it impressed royalty. But it was also expensive, heavy, complex. The technology wasn't ready. Batteries were massive. Charging was nearly impossible outside cities. The world wasn't ready either. Production of the Lohner-Porsche continued in small numbers, but eventually faded into history. The company moved on. Ferdinand Porsche, too. He would go on to build gasoline cars, race cars, tanks, and eventually the Porsche 356, the Volkswagen Beetle, and the 911, but the dream of electric performance? It never left. Fast forward to today. In 2019, Porsche launched the Taycan, an all-electric super sedan that does 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.4 seconds. No gears, no hesitation, just instant electric power. And inside that car you'll find a small badge with a familiar name, Porsche. But now we know. That badge belongs to someone who saw this future long before we did. The story of the Lohner-Porsche isn't just trivia, it's a reminder that innovation isn't always about timing. It's about vision. Ferdinand Porsche dreamed of electric power when others were building steam boilers. He imagined hybrid range extenders before the gas pump was even common. Sometimes the best ideas are the ones we almost forget. So the next time you see a Taycan fly silently down the Autobahn, remember, that isn't just modern technology, it's a promise kept. From 1900 to now. Like this video, if you believe electric cars can have soul, what surprised you most about Porsche's electric past? Drop it in the comments, subscribe for more cinematic car history, myths, and engineering breakthroughs.